Yesterday, as I left to go home, after meeting Jesus of Nazareth, I realized how little I knew about the things I had studied in the Torah. I was, however, hungry to know more. But one thing I knew is that the Spirit had moved. As Jesus had put it, I could not explain the movement, but the Spirit had convicted me of my unbelief and put me on a path leading to faith in Jesus of Nazareth. I did not fully understand him, but I dedicated myself to know him better and prove to myself that he was indeed no ordinary man, that he could really be the long-awaited Messiah. The words of Jesus in our night conversation pointed me to a new way of living life, a way led and inspired by the Spirit of God and not by human understanding. It was a way that I had never heard of and very different from the one I knew. Actually, the exact opposite of what I knew and taught others. My way and that of my fellow Pharisees was living life by trying to do good and obeying God, rather obeying His laws to the best of our ability. I left the presence of Jesus, determined to secretly seek Him out for many more late-night conversations until I found out all that He knew and had to offer. I wanted His way. There was, however, never going to be another catch-up meeting like the one we had. Going forward, Jesus of Nazareth would become a bigger-than-life public figure, and wherever He went, He attracted such huge crowds that getting to Him day or night was practically impossible. In all His other visits to Jerusalem, I could only watch Him from a distance and relish the fact that I had had the privilege of having a one-on-one encounter with Him, something that I truly, truly treasure to date. A number of days after our night meeting, Jesus left for His home area in Galilee through Samaria. Now, I want you to underline Samaria, because that was a very, very, very strange move for Jesus to make. Jesus of Nazareth, being a Jew, should not have used the Samaria route. Very few Jews, if any, ever went through Samaria because of the hatred and enmity between us Jews and the Samaritans. It was literally going through enemy territory, and a Jew using that route stood a higher chance of being attacked and robbed than not being attacked or robbed. Let me tell you a little bit about the Samaritans. Do you remember King David, how he sinned against God by taking Bathsheba to be his wife and having his husband Uriah killed? Well, God forgave him when he repented. But one of the consequences of that sin was that the nation of Israel that he was leading got divided into two nations. It did not happen immediately, but later in the days of King Rehoboam, his grandson. David's sin caused trouble to his grandchildren. King David's kingdom got divided into two: the northern kingdom called Israel and the southern kingdom called Judah. Israel was composed of 10 of the 12 tribes of the original kingdom, and it was to the north of Jerusalem, while Judah was made up of the remaining two tribes, the tribe of Judah and the tribe of Benjamin. The northern kingdom called themselves Israelites, while the southern kingdom called themselves Jews. The enmity between the Jews in the south and Israelites in the north began immediately after the division. Actually, Rehoboam, King David's grandson, remained as the king of Judah, with its capital city being Jerusalem, while a man called Jeroboam became the first king of Israel and made Samaria to be the capital city of the northern kingdom. King Rehoboam of Judah assembled an army to make war against Jeroboam, to try and reunite the kingdom. But God intervened through his prophet Shemaiah and stopped him from doing it. But there was war between Rehoboam and Jeroboam all the days of their lives. Let us pause there today, and I will tell you more about why Jesus passing through Samaria was not to be expected.